Welcome back to Siplife VP. It's your Unc John, and today we are going to check out a new beer. Well, new to me, maybe not to you, but the cool thing is it's from my home state, Georgia, in the city of Atlanta. Dirty Birds, Stinking Braves. No, I'm just kidding. So today on this episode, we're going to try Monday Night Brewing. Don't call it Hotlanta. Now, if you're from Atlanta, you already know we don't really like or say like, hey, we live in Hotlanta. That's usually like an everybody else kind of thing. Everyone always says, hey, are you from Hotlanta? I'm like, nah, man, I'm from Atlanta though. So I introduce you to the beer. Now let's start with the first phase, smell, sniff of the aroma of the beer. And now it's time to pour. Don't call it, this is called the dank tropical hoppy. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, that's a nice head on that. Nice head of foam. Look at that. Yeah. So first thing I have to do, I gotta do my sniff test, get a little aroma, and tell you what I think of how it smells. Yeah. So this is definitely an IPA. That IPA aroma comes strong. Let me get a little deep in that though. So it has a nice citrus type smell to it. A light flavor, a light fruit kind of aroma, but definitely more citrus and hop. But it smells good. It's not like overly strong where you like, ooh, that beer is rough. All right, it smells pretty good. All right, time to take a sip. Sip time. Ooh. Huh. Okay, so this is interesting. So it comes in with that nice IPA flavor on top with the grain and the hop. But then once it gets to the back of your throat and it kind of settles in, the flavor kind of shifts to a stronger ale type flavor, right? Like it gets a little bit rich in flavor, if that makes sense. The hop flavor changes. Yeah. So it's relatively easy to drink. I mean, if you are a IPA drinker, this is like no problem for you. You probably will enjoy this a lot, just because of the flavor. Has a nice little viscosity to it. It's not super thin. I don't know. It's not like I have a thing against like thin beers, but you know, when it has a little thickness to it, it makes me feel like I got something. Like it's something that they, put some extra in it, right? Like it's not just thin piss water. I'm not hating on thin beers. I'm just saying I like mine a little thick. I mean, we are talking about Hotlanta, right? Okay, so I mean, it's not bad. Like so far, I'm enjoying it. This is not something that I would go to per se on a regular basis. But I think I would, if someone had a pack of these, I'm definitely drinking one and not going to complain about it. I'd still think it's a pretty legit and good beer. So let me give you guys some info about it. So this particular beer comes from the Black Tie collection. It's seasonal, so they don't make this year round. Dank tropical hoppy. I find that pretty hilarious. Now, one thing I always do on my episodes is give you a story. Unc John, your Unc John. So if you're not familiar with like Southern culture in the South, we don't always say uncle. We might say Unc, right? So today, because this beer is from Atlanta, I'm going to say Unc. Your Unc John's going to tell you a story. This story is the story of how Monday Night Brewing and how they came about. All right, so let me ask you a question first. What are the three things that you think about when it comes to the South? For me, it's always going to be barbecue, Southern comfort food, and church. Now, this is how this story begins with church. So once upon a time, three friends in the Atlanta area were at a Bible study. They went to Bible study every week, praising the Lord and singing songs and hymns. All the while, they were also creating home brews. Shh, don't tell the pastor. So as this group of friends continued their friendship and continued their growth and knowledge and playing around with building these home brews, they decided to expand and let other people try their home brews as well. So after 2006, they continued to kind of make these home brews, and they actually came out pretty good, and they let some friends try them, and the friends liked them too, so they kept going. By 2008, they was actually producing these beers to local locations. By 2010, they created 2 major beers that they really started pushing out to the public. So by 2012, they were working on opening their own distillery. The growth was amazing. By 2013, when the distillery opened, they started bottling and sending out these beers on a massive scale. The brand started doing so well that they started to distribute to not only Georgia, but Alabama. Now, you know, in Alabama and Georgia, we drink some beers. And because they were so successful, they started winning awards left and right. And then they opened up the Hop Hut in 2018. All right, that's my story. Here we go. So let's talk about the details of the beer. So Don't Call It Hotlanta is 8.5 ABV. Yes, we like that. We like that because it's a decent and good taste, and it will get you nice and right at the same time. That's a good representation of Atlanta, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now the beer is a quadruple dry hop IPA. I thought one hop was good. I guess 4 hops has to be great. I just imagine so. No. So the style of beer is a quadruple dry hop India Pale Ale. So the company describes this beer to have sunny tropical notes, aka citrusy. I think that's what that means. I'm gonna say that's what that means. I was right. Right? Would you agree? Then it drinks dank with a bitter finish. So I was kind of close. I said it came in with the citrus smooth hop IPA flavor, and then it kind of just finished off kind of a little bit more tart, bitter, weird, a lot more rich in flavor at the end. Now, dank is a different terminology where I come from, but you know, hey, we can use dank the way it probably was properly meant. So I want to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time and checking out my video. Hopefully you learned something new from this episode, maybe a little bit more motivated to try this brand as it's doing so well. In the description, I'm going to post their information for Instagram, Facebook, and their website and so on. So while you finish up your sip, go ahead and hit that like button. That way you let me know that this video was on point and that you enjoyed it. Also, if you're not a part of the Siplife VP family, go ahead and hit subscribe so that way you are up to date on all my new videos. Last but not least, I'm going to finish my beer. Going to say sip safely and see you next time.